Okay, my tin foil hat wearers, my ancient alien OGs, stand up right now because the OGOB Obama has came out and has pseudo admitted that aliens are a possibility. That's He gave the most half-ass freaking response I could ever imagine. Like quickly take a look at it and how he words it. Like look at this OG lawyer on how he spins his words. Check this out.
When it comes to aliens, there's some things I just can't tell you on air. But what is true, and I'm actually being serious here, is that there's footage and records of objects in the skies that we don't know exactly what they are. We can't explain how they moved, their trajectory. They did not have an easily explainable pattern. And so, I think that people still take seriously trying to investigate and figure out what that is.
You see that right there? You see that slickness right there that he pulled? He's like, there's there's documents and there's images. Buddy, we got YouTube, my friend. We got YouTube. We've had YouTube. We've seen that. We've seen it, And I'm a little on the fence with this whole thing. It's bittersweet. It's bittersweet, and I know a lot of people are probably thinking the same thing as me. And before I get into it, let's just show the actual footage very quickly, just so there's a little bit of context. So take a look at this well illustrated video of a UFO. Take a look. Right now, it draws a question that I've always had in my head, but like, who am I gonna go to? The people who don't believe it, and the I don't want to say crazies and stuff because I'm kind of in the camp, but the believers, right? They call us nuts. That's what I was getting at, but like the believers and stuff. And if I go against the grain on what they believe, then they're just gonna attack me. So I'm in the middle here, just like, yo, bro, I need a side to pick. Like, which side am I going on? And it's that why in 2021 with cameras and phone technology where it's at now, where we could zoom in on the moon and like it's like HD, that Google phone, if you guys seen. So we're there. The military or the gentleman that took this video, whatever it is, the fact that they still use this potato 1960 technology is just eluding. I don't know. I'm lost here. It's like, in the 90s, sure, got you. No argument there. Maybe you can't afford the iPhone of that time. The 2000s, I wouldn't even say we were there either. It was like, what, flip phones and stuff, like the flip phones and stuff. But like, early 2000s, 2021, no excuse. No excuse, bro. I shouldn't be seeing a black dot with fuzzy visions and like lines on it, and you could tell me it's like a submarine camera or like sonar type of thing, bruh. Slap a camera on that. Slap an iPhone. Just glue an iPhone on the submarine. Get the waterproof case. Glue a camera, like a regular camera, like a, what do you call it? The Kodak cameras, right? Just something, man. You can't tell me y'all didn't upgrade that technology in the last 50, 60 years or whatever it is. You can't tell me we're still at the point where it looks like that. Like the Army and the Marines and all those agencies get billions of dollars. Billions of dollars. I get it. You got people to pay. You got things to look into and invest into. But why isn't a good camera one of them? Why isn't that at the top of the list? Please tell me. Because if the purpose of that, whatever potato machine that you guys are using to videotape these things, is something that you need for instances like this, why wouldn't that be something of value that you can make it so it doesn't look like that? Unless you wanted to make it look like that to still keep this whole hoo-ha, are aliens real or not, thing going. You know what I've learned to believe, guys, and I'm sorry, my left side, like my tinfoil hat guys. Not to say I joined the others, the deniers, but I'm kind of slowly walking towards the right side. And the reason why is because when you're younger and you're naive and you know you think anything is possible, which you still should to a certain extent, you know, but not for certain things like this, I would say. You gotta let your common sense kick in and really evaluate what's going on in the situation. And I came to terms that, as I mentioned before, 90s, 2000s, early 2000s, and whatnot, you know, you could give a little bit of a leeway on the technology. But once we got to the point where technology just boomed, and people who are, you're not broke, you're not on your last dollar. These are corporations or companies that have expenses and money for certain expenses like every year, like nonstop, and we're talking in the millions or the billions, right? And when I think of camera, and I get it, maybe to put it on a submarine it might be more expensive or whatever it is. But when I'm thinking a camera, I would assume they have enough money, if the average Joe could get one that could aim it at the moon, to get something better than what we saw there. Am I wrong for that? You know, and maybe it's my ignorance. Once again, I get the feeling that they use maybe some sonar technology to do this. But why not a camera? Why not a camera, bro? I don't know what to say. Why is it a black dot? You know what I believe it is? Like personally, these type of videos, it's some sort of project. You know those editing projects where back in the days where you'd make it seem as if it's a city, but really it's just a little miniature city. But when you put the camera angle down in a certain way, now you got a Godzilla effect there with a little dinosaur. I don't know where I'm going with this, but I believe it's something where, I don't know, they're doing a black and white filter and there's a little light that they're shining on a wall, you know, and they make it look all distorted and shit, and then they just move the light left, right, in the way that they say UFOs could move, which is not natural to what we know as for air flight technology. But like, if you think about it, if you have like a little red dot light and stuff, because all we're seeing is a black dot, right? You can easily make it move in a UFO type way just by swooshing it around, like in a way where it doesn't look too obvious, right? But it's very practical that you could do it. You could reenact this with this method that I'm talking about. I'm even thinking about it right now. When you kind of swoosh that light very quickly and it leaves that little stream, you know, that little stream that zoops by. Um, it just more so looks as if it was fake. I don't know, man. I haven't put enough stock into like debunking it, but it just seems off to me. Before it was like, oh, you know, oh my gosh, that's so cool. That could be. Now it just seems kind of off to me. And with the governments and more officials coming out and being more open about it, it's a little too late. It's a little too late. It seems as if they needed this whole shit to, like, I don't know, jazz hands, right? Look this way. Like, you know, the government tends to want to just kind of divert us from the truth, or divert us from the truth. Let's call it what it is, right? Not to say it's necessarily malicious, but they lie. They need, whether they need to lie or whatever it is, they lie, right? So maybe they used this in the past to lie, to get away with something. Maybe they were fighting a war and they need to look that way, right? And now they might be using it up again. They dusted it off. Like, oh, what about those UFO things? Let's just dust it off. And I know everyone who's a hard believer, you think I'm disproving aliens and stuff. The probability factor is there. I can't deny that. I still want to be optimistic that we get to see something outer worldly, right? But my realist mentality just tells me, especially since technology has moved but their videos has not, sums up. Smells like they don't want us to see shit in HD. It needs to be in a way where we could still speculate, so we could talk, and not talk about other things. So, and then they use Obama, where it's like you could have used anybody. You could have used someone who was more UFO friendly, but you went for Obama because he's like the loved one, right? And if Obama says it, and you know he's a lawyer, so you're gonna say it the way he said it, then let's use Obama. That's me. Maybe we gonna see a UFO like mothership come down in the next couple of months, years, or something like that. Maybe I don't know, but I think it's bullshit. I'm gonna leave it off for that. I think it's bullshit. At the very least, the videos that they show us and stuff, until I get like a concrete, nice, well HD. It could even be like 720p. Let's be real. Just not this potato ass 128p looking shit. I can't do that anymore. Like I'm grown. I understand what bullshitting is. I get where people are as people more, and that's looking more like bullshit. So I'm gonna leave it off there, guys. What do you think? Be honest with me. I'm just giving you where I'm at this point in time. So don't attack me. If you believe that they're aliens and you believe these videos are real, cool. Don't believe in aliens, cool. But you know what you do need to believe in? Clicking that sub button. Clicking that like button if you liked it. And have yourself a good day. Take it easy, guys.